There is a lesbian sex scene, yes. You don't actively see it. However, there's two girls making out, they undress, and then you see their shadows, and then the scene later, they're waking up naked. Yes. May not be lesbian, per se. One of them has dated a guy, so she's obviously bisexual. But, nonetheless, still, there is very heavily implied. It's more than just implied. You see the shadows. Yeah, there is some nudity. There is some sex. It's just not... It's not that kind of anime. It's ecchi. It's got some perverted stuff in it, but it's not porn. It's not hentai at all. If I wanted to buy hentai, I would have bought hentai. To be honest, I don't even... I seen a friend at school wearing a backpack with one of the girls on it, but I don't remember where I was actually introduced into Ikitasen besides that. Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple is another somewhat anime with some fan service that I found when I was watching anime videos on DVD, and you know, you see all the previews. And Kenichi was one of them. And I'm like, this looks cool. Yeah, I said it. Excuse me. Online, probably. You can watch anime online. I don't know if Ikitausen's on any streaming services, but you can easily look it up online. Just type in Ikitausen Episode 1, subbed or dubbed, online, and you'd find it easily. I've actually watched all of Dragon Ball Super online when it was being aired and released every week. I have subs to Netflix, Hulu, and stuff like that, but I don't know if I'm actively on subbed to any of them now, but I have some of those services. It could be on Crunchyroll, it could be on Verve, it could be on GoGo Anime, I don't know. Yeah, GoGo Anime is actually where I watched all of Naruto Shippuden. I actually downloaded all of Naruto Shippuden from GoGo Anime, and I had it on my PS3 at one point. Yes, the entirety of Shippuden was on my PS3. Most of it, not all of it. It went up to the pain fight, because I could not download the rest, and also that's a lot of episodes. Minus filler. Minus filler. Alright, boss fight. We'll open up another quick crate after this, and then I'm gonna probably just do a TTF run. That's right, it is licensed by Funimation. I believe. Could be wrong. Thought it was. Maybe not. I mean, not the first time. Funimation will deal with whatever. Except for that one anime that decided that was, I think, too perverted for them to deal with, I guess. There was that one thing that Funimation dropped due to its more perverted, ecchi nature. I mean, I'm a big hentai. We all know it. Supply is a big hentai. Al's probably a big hentai. I'm a big hentai. For anyone who doesn't know, hentai in Japanese means pervert. No Hey, you just made a comment. Oh, my heart. Ah! Hey, you don't do jack shit, Mr. Silled bitch. It's all good, Al. Don't mean to. Don't feel. Ah! You know, I know how to dodge your attacks. I just don't care. It's kind of a pain, though. You do gotta time it, right? But he is still probably the second easiest boss. Volop still being easier, despite the fact that if I don't have enough health, he will kill me. I still find him less annoying than this dragon. Which, he's not even that difficult at all. It's just, I don't find Volop hard. Volop has always been the easiest boss in Phantasy Star and in this game. Alright. picking these up, but I have way too sexual mind. I grew up with my best friend who will literally turn any anime line into something sexual. To the point where I can't hear certain scenes anymore without thinking sexual thoughts. I am perverted myself, though. Just not as bad as my friend. My friend Reaper is... For anyone who's played Dark Souls 3, there's a group of priests that you gotta fight. My buddy Reaper will just call them pedophiles. I mean, that's not really sexually minded, but he associates church priests and anything with raping little children. So he calls them up. And it's just like, dude. Sorry for anyone who works as a priest or a servant. Or a father, or friar, or whatever you want to call it nowadays. But yeah, no. Like... The scene of Goku transforming Super Saiyan against Frieza, and Frieza laughing his ass off, because there was a, I forgot where I found it. It was like a song, I think, where they turned that into, like, I think it was a video with a song. I think they turned that scene into something sexual, like a prison rape or something. So I cannot unsee Frieza being, or Goku being Frieza's prison bitch now. Just because when Goku's transforming, all you hear is, "Arr! Arr!" And then you hear Frieza laughing, and then it just sounds like Goku's getting butt fucked. That's my point. Don't get old. And for anyone older than me, don't get any older. Stop getting old. Ah, I missed you guys. It's good to have some of you guys. Like, how many guilty lights do I freaking have? Why is my experience bar all the way right here? I don't even remember how I had this set up. Alright, guilty lighter. What do we even have? It's been so long. Well, that shows I am maxed on my HP mats. So HP power and I think luck is what I'm doing, and I have definitely hit the cap of my HP mat usage. Alright. Well, I know this continues, but fuck it. Alright. I'm probably gonna have to make an emote in the future for loot boxes or something. If I continue to open this on stream. I think it's fun. I just gotta go through and highlight every point now. And I don't really mind doing that. I don't need to mark spots. It would help, but it would make me more confused if I forgot what that even was. That's why I don't do it. Is there a lot of notes I have? I have a journal full of all my game passwords and stuff. And there's other notes jotted down in here that I don't even remember. That's why I don't do it. Because I'll be like, number 1. Time for loot box number 2. If I could speak Japanese, I'd do that anime intro where they say words and then the word Christmas. It's basically just like them thanking, but it's them telling you to support the official release, I think it is. But it's all I get out of that sentence is da 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 da. Okay, master. Look, I'm excited for God of Ragnarok, but I'm also not at the same time. I'm excited for God of War to finally stop. After having played through all of them, except for the newest two, I am kind of just, like, the new one's fun, but I wish it was more Souls-like. I wish there was more enemies. I wish there was more to fight. I don't like set enemies. I don't. I hate it. That's my biggest point that I have against God of War right now, is that it's just... It's lost its luster, and it's a bit more searchy, and that is what I enjoy. I love the searching aspect. I love being able to go around and fight some tough monsters, but I wish there was more to fight. The world's a little too big, though. I think, like, for an open-worlded game, it's not like Breath of the Wild huge, but it could be small. Penguin Run to Go, whatever that is. I have a treble bit. Yes, this theme is Journey. This, I believe, is last month's theme, which is Journey. I got a tote bag. Yeah, but my trust me, Supply. The bosses can be as fun as they want. The rest of the game can be as fun as they want. Not gonna change. Not gonna change. I don't want more of the same. If God of War Ragnarok doesn't change for the better and give me more of what I want, then I'm not gonna have fun. Because I'm kind of tired of God of War. Especially now that some of my episodes got deleted. Who wants an invisible shirt? Woo! Trying to cover up my body here. You think I can be a head and arm model? Ugh. I like wearing clothes with video games on them. This PSO shirt is awesome. Anyway. This is cool. Somalia and the Forest Spirit. That's one way to get ahead. Damn right it is. Somali and the Forest Spirit. Seems cute. Seems very cute and wholesome. Weird forest girl makes friends with Lord Dark Souls. Invisa shirt, yes. Wait. Kino's Journey, The Beautiful World, the animated series. I have a flask. Is Loot Crate trying to get me drunk? How drunk? I just have a shot. I have several other shot glasses, thanks. And now I have a flask. I've never actually owned a flask, though. It's cool. You know, to be honest, I also have a tumbler and stuff like that. I don't really like drinking liquids out of other containers that they don't come in. Like, for instance, I prefer water in a bottle. I prefer soda in a can. I prefer Red Bull in a can if it's also in a bottle. I don't like soda in a bottle. I don't really care for water in a cup. Water's alright because it doesn't really change too much of it, but soda in a bottle versus soda in a, like, cup, drastic change in taste. And I prefer a soda straight out of a can over a bottle or a plastic cup or whatever. Another thing from Yume? They really are trying to get me drunk. I don't know, does Loot Crate want your babies? Probably does! I'll have their babies. I think I have a stylus bottle opener? I don't know. I don't even... I could stab someone in the eye with it. I don't condone it. It's called a touch tool. So it's... I don't know if it's supposed to be used as a can opener, but I think it's an actual stylus. Weird shape for a stylus. It's a touch tool, I'll tell you. Too bad I don't have touch screen. I don't really care. Touch screen. Journey. Whether you're bonding with your newfound golem friend, traveling to Antarctica, or going from town to town with your talking motorcycle, pack your bags and get ready for an adventure with this month's Loot Crate Journey. And this shows you what we got. So we got a Somali and the Forest Spirit Travel Buddy t-shirt. We got an exclusive Kino Journeys Refueling Drinking Canteen. A place further than the universe's Arctic Picnic Thermal Lunch Bag. A place further than the universe? That's not the dumbest title I've heard, but that is long. Yume, handy touch title. Touch tool. Yes. Well, that's what my old one of my older laptops was actually touchscreen. My HP laptop was touchscreen, and it's filthy. With fingerprint. I don't even use the touchscreen. I have, but I hate the touchscreen. It's just so finicky. Half the time it would click other things, and like, I mean, I get that a lot with my phone, but like, when it comes to computer screens, touchscreens are big. Hell, I remember when phones evolved into that time. I was originally gonna get a phone that had the keyboard that comes out, but I was like, ooh, touchscreen! I want touchscreen! One of the characters' name is Fenrir. Are we talking about God of War or some other mythological creature thing from some other series? Yeah, my mom used to. I never had one. I've had the only phone I've had that would be similar to a phone that opens is like one of those phones that has an opening. It doesn't kick out a keyboard. It's those basic Motorola ones. That's like the closest thing I had where something opens like that. So I never a Sidekick or any of those. All right, so that one didn't get it. T-shirt. A t-shirt. Or actually, I give you the green t-shirt. That's a small box. Give me a sec. I'm gonna open another one. I might as well just open the last two. Just because, like, that one was so chintzy for an actual main crate. I felt like I should have gotten a bit more from that. That's okay. Let me know if you guys do enjoy this. I know people did enjoy my card openings, but the only problem with that is that hobby is expensive. I mean, Loot Crate is expensive too, but it's a typical subscription versus buying a booster box outright. I mean, I do want to buy some more booster boxes for Dragon Ball Super cards, and hell, even the newer Pokemon cards, just because I like collecting cards and I love awesome card art. And then I gotta organize it into a binder, like literally by number. 1 through whatever, because I'm one of those guys. But that's okay. I don't know what this theme is, or if it has one. Oh, I have a dragon plushie. He's so cute. Hi. I'm gonna eat you. Alright, so we got Endro Chibi Dragon plushie. We got Merc Storia? Yeah, Merc Story with a capital A. Weird. Girl in a bottle keychain. I don't even know what you just said. All I can oh. Matante Loki Ragnarok. Okay. And we got Magical Girl Yume again. I love that my hand goes nowhere near the camera. Oh, that's it. Oh. I kid. There's a shirt. What is this? The Harry Potter schools? There's more schools that I remember. No kidding. Literally, that's what it that's what it makes me think of. Harry Potter has more schools than I remember. Houses, not schools. Houses. I want to be Assman. That is my that is my Hogwarts house. It's called Assman. Everyone in that house has to like ass. If you don't, you go into Dickman school. Dickman house. I don't know. Ignore me. I really want to check out some of these dumb animes with titles. And this one I actually have heard of. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? I mean, no. I've met girls on video games. No. Nothing wrong with that at all. What is this? Oh, fuck. I don't care about Ruby. But I got more Ruby merch. Woo! Yeah, I gotta watch that. Is it wrong to pick up a girl in a dungeon? I gotta check that out. No, it's not wrong to pick up a girl in a dungeon. Supply, if you met a hot girl on a video game and actually saw her and dated and would you, yeah. It's the same thing. Except you're not physically there in the dungeon. But, you know, you might as well. I mean, I've met plenty of girls online on AOL Instant Messenger and video games, and I've dated a few. Some of my exes, longtime ex, some of my closest exes were actually dated on the internet. This looks like a Phantasy Star weapon. If I didn't know better, I could say this is easily a PSO2 scythe of some description. But yeah, it's from Ruby, which is not anime though. It's animated, but it's not a Japanese series. It is a Rooster Teeth production. Last I checked, I don't think they are that. Into gun mode? Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. Oh. Well, Supply's gonna like this reference. I just killed Marluxia. The scythe, rose petals. Come on, it was too easy. Marluxia is dead. And yes. Since when has this been an anime? When? Why? I love Samurai Jack, but why? I get it, it's Adult Swim, but it's not anime. I'm sorry. Also, really not what I wanted, but alright. Hey man, I'm not gonna... Ooh, never mind. Oh, I love when they do this. I love when they do this, though. I didn't want this, but I do love when things are like this, where it's like a clear sheet, and then you put them in a background. I love that. I do like that. That's what that is. But it's all bent. I don't know what else I was gonna do with it. Okay, another thing from Yume, which is extremely creepy. Wait, is the actual animation frame from the show? I wouldn't... What? Samurai Jack's? I wouldn't put it past it. I have not seen the show in years. It's a girl holding a cat, and you probably can't tell because of the material and silver it's made out of and how it's engraved. She has a weird stare, if I can aim it at the camera. Just because of the way it's crafted and carved, it is very, very disturbing. And yes, no. You know what it looks like? A Ouija board pick? Is that just me, or is it even creepier now that I just mentioned that? It literally looks like a... I don't know the show, but it literally looks like a Ouija board pick. And I call it a pick because they're shaped... that? It's from the show called Yume? Or Yume is nothing, and it's probably... Or my thinking is, if it's not a show, Yume is... Loot Crate had a, like, a character, basically. I mean, it had its own, like, character. And that's probably what this is. If Yume is not an anime, I could be wrong. Or it could just be, like, the little character. Because every Crate subscription I've gotten in the past, they've always given out a little girl character pin in some regard. Or, you know, whatever. Okay, I have the manga for this. Steins Gate. Very good. I've read a bit of the manga. I gotta read the anime and watch the manga, yes. For anyone who hasn't read some of Steins Gate, it is very good. I have to continue it, but I have some of it. Which, funny enough, I've actually gotten a few manga volumes of One Punch Man. Well, I got, I think, one volume of One Punch Man, and I believe one volume of Persona. I got a bunch from Loot Crate. Loot Crate actually gave me a few volumes of some manga that I don't own the series of. One Punch Man, Persona, Steins Gate, some more that I can't see from here at the moment. Alright. I know where my scythe is going. That's going along. That's gonna go right. There's probably not. I also have a Monster Hunter pen. A Rathalos tail pen. Yes, one of my Loot Crates, I got a... Okay, I let that pass. Monster Hunter is not an anime, even though it has one. It is a video game, but it's Japanese made. I let that slide, but it's not a video game. I'm not here to... I'm not buying Loot Gaming anymore. It's not like I sit there and buy Loot Anime and get Dark Souls shit. Yeah, I bought Loot Gaming one year for Dark Souls shirt. It's thanks to that I got the Do You Even Praise Dark Souls t-shirt. Woo! And yes, I do praise. You can't see it, but I'm praising right now. Praise is something. For anyone who doesn't play Dark Souls, well, shit. I did not realize I opened all four already. Yeah, that was a bit lackluster compared to what I'm used to, but that's stuff. There's some good stuff in there, though. I'm not gonna sit there and be like,
My purchase was crap.
but compared to what I've gotten in the past. This is the little anime girl protagonist from the previous Loot Crates I've got. You like my ear? And yes, I did have this shitty Walking Dead survival game. It was horrible! I could be a space cowboy, am I right? another gift. Loot Crate's giving out dogs. Just don't feed them mushrooms. You'll be fine. Or do, I don't know. Maybe you'll see him walking upstairs for like 3 hours and talk to a frog. Cowboy Bebop, everybody. That's an actual anime I don't know, but I own the manga to it. I own the manga to Cowboy Bebop, but I don't own the show. Odd, isn't it? Also, that's another series that drastically changes. So, technically, both are canon. Unlike other series like Dragon Ball or Naruto, where the manga is more predominantly canon. I know it was a Cowboy Bebop. That's Doge. Yeah. Good old Doge. But Cowboy Bebop's manga is drastically different. I don't think there's any correlation to one another. Nice car keys. I don't have car keys though. But they're not car keys. It's a thingamabobber. There is no key. In fact, my car door. My car door, I've never once used this. I'll tell you right now. Ow, my foot is cramping. The key fob, I've never once used the key for. But thank you. My 2015 Nissan Altima. Look how sexy. Oh, my ankle. Oh, I need to stretch. No! I'm too lazy. Son of a bitch. Let's do some... I don't know why I'm making a password. I'm just gonna play in one-person mode, but it's habit. Habit! I know, I need to stretch, but I'm lazy. Key fob, that's what it's called. I know there's probably a more technical name for it, but I've always called it a key fob. How much did I pay for my car? Well, I put down a... What was it? It was... $2,500? I put down a $500 payment on it that my bank wouldn't have allowed, so my dad had to do it, and I had to pay him back for that. I think it was $500 down payment. It was a $2,500 car. It was used very slightly, some minimal damage to it. Like it works fine though. Unfortunately, I just don't know jack shit about cars, but that's okay. Oh, you must stretch. I didn't even notice. All right. Give me a sec. Actually, how about I actually stretch for you guys? Wow, I actually never really touched my feet before. Woo! Yeah, it's nearly brand new, yeah. Like I said, there was very minor damage to it. I forgot exactly the accident or whatever, but there was an accident with it. But it was basically immaculate. It was basically buying a refurbished vehicle. They did what they could to fix it up. It was nice. Yep. Look, it's not that I don't take care of myself, it's just that I've never was really wanting to exercise. I appreciate you guys worrying about my health more than I do. I just want to live my life. I'm gonna die. Anyway. Thank you. I'm gonna die anyway. I just want to live my life. If it means I have to go through a lot of heartaches, pains, broken butts, I will. And you look like a thug. Really? Just because I dressed in some South Pole pants, that instantly makes me a thug? I know. I understand. That's just how I've always been. Even when I did work out, I never, like, stretched all that much. Just because... I know it's bad, I just don't care. Ah, that's alright. I'm not trying to be a downer at all. I'm just saying it's like, stretching is not something I've ever cared about. And yes, that's bad. But like, oh. Baggy pants don't make you look like a thug. It's what you do with your... It's what you do as a person that defines you, not what you wear, Supply. Have you learned nothing from Mewtwo, Supply? Have you learned nothing from the Pokemon movie? Come on, Mewtwo and Meowth gave some of the best lines about life I have ever heard. Yeah, and a belt is a must. That is true. Especially mine. We're a person who can't wear pants that actually fits him right without a belt. I look nowhere near like that now. I still have some slightly baggier pants. I still have some South Pole stuff, but I dress how I used to dress. Skater, anime nerd. I went from a nerd to dressing in baggier pants and clothes because people didn't like the way I dressed, and they changed. And I said, fuck it. After several years of that, I went back. Because, one, baggy clothes are just, they don't look good. They don't. Also, if I want to drag my pants wearing down my ankles, I can do that without baggy pants. From this moment, I shall not judge friends. Well, I hope not. I've been judged enough. I've changed the way I dressed just because of people weren't happy with me. And still people weren't happy with me. So I said, fuck it. I'm just dressing the way I dress. I like the way I dress. I'm done with people telling me what they want and make me into for them. It's the reason why I don't cut my disgusting hair. Because I've always wanted to grow out my hair, despite not having good hair for it. But hey, I can have some killer curly-Q bangs. Nah, I know, I get that. It's just annoying that everyone around me most of my life has always found faults in me. On top of being the weakest friend in my group and bullied all my life. I don't need that on that. I've already had women not liking me, people all around me alienating me because of my differences, hating me on me because hating me on me. I can't talk. Hating on me because of the way I am or the way I look. I don't judge anybody based on their appearance unless they are literally what they look like. If someone wants to look like a demon and acts like a demon, I'll treat them as such. Oh, I'm very physically frail, but I also can be the most kind and caring person ever. But I also can be a dick if needed. But sometimes I am a little too nice, which is where I've gotten used by plenty of people in the past. But really? Okay, she was obviously noticeably pregnant. So, she was obviously noticeably pregnant to where you were able to tell, so wow, yeah. I hope that lady reevaluates her life choices. Because chewing tobacco is one of the worst forms of tobacco. The moment I saw pictures of what it does to your gums, I stopped. Like, I did it a few times. I never was planning to get, like, hooked on it. Not like actual cigarettes or anything. But after nearly swallowing it, chewing on it wrong, and puking my gums out of my mouth, I saw pictures of the gum diseases that it causes and stopped. Oh no, they don't. Not at all. Which is why, if I ever quit cigarettes, it would be for a family. The moment my wife gets pregnant, if I ever get a girlfriend and get a wife, I am not going to be anywhere near her with cigarettes. If I still smoke, I'm going away from it. I've been around tobacco all my life. My mom never smoked, but my dad did. I don't want that for my children, if I have any. And this kid tried buying cigarettes with a fake ID, and he got pissed. He got pissed because he's too young. Wow. I'm sorry. Also, whoever made that fake ID sucks, I guess. Green is okay. Well, I appreciate it. Green is awesome. Green is awesome. Said he was gonna call the cops. On what? For buying cigarettes underage? Some people really don't think. And I have enough conversations at work about people not having common sense. Oh, sorry, I'm my 12-year-old. My 12-year-old ass can't buy cigarettes. I'm gonna call the cops on you for not selling me cigarettes at an underage. So, yeah. I'd rather get arrested myself than you guys get arrested. Is that what's going through his fucking mind right now? Because that's basically what he's saying. Oh, I don't care if the cops take me down to jail. But doesn't soak tobacco into you. Ah. That's cool. Yeah, you're weak to ice, I know. For some reason, I always go the Pokemon route for whenever I play this, because I always do, like, lightning on flying enemies. I hate it when RPGs flip-flop between fire and ice as weaknesses. Some games, fire beats ice. Some games, ice beats fire. Some games, they beat each other. How about make actual sense? I get it. Cold enough ice will melt fire or freeze it. Melt fire? Freeze it. But, to me in general, ice just should not beat fire. Unless it's fire that's just not hot enough. Which I get, but I just hate it. I just hate the flip-flop. Got it. Well, that's not your fault. That's not your fault. How about go to another gas station? Good lord! Where is it? I mean, shit, if I can get another red ring, I'd be happy. They were called, I'd never heard of them. Probably some shitty cigarettes. That's why I stick with these. My invisible smokes. I mean, I don't smoke cigarettes either. I smoke tobacco. May seem like a waste, but it actually tastes far better than rolling tobacco. I smoked that for many years out of a bowl and paper, and hate it. After a while, it just got disgusting. It gave me headaches, and this is the reason why I don't smoke out of paper, like joints or blunts or cigarettes rolled anymore. Like, I can't. Like, the constant in your face with smoke and it reeking like hell far, far more because it's constantly smoking annoys me. And I can take slight puffs here and there and just get the same feeling and actually savor my cigarettes more and save me more money. I guarantee you this would have been gone. I bought this today. This would have been gone already if I smoked still. Like, I don't smoke that much. For a guy who's been smoking for many years, I don't smoke anywhere near as much as a true chain smoker does. My dad can go through multiple packs in a day. I can barely finish one pack to myself in a day, just because I don't smoke that constantly. Out of a pipe, yes, it seems like it because I'm smaller. I'm taking smaller hits. But granted, look how much smoke came out. That was a small hit. Like, normally when I smoke weed, I'll take a bit bigger hits. Too big of a hit and I'll get dizzy and I'll probably black out. And yes, smoking weed like that will cause me to black out. I have busted my lip blacking out. I don't know why I did that. And here's the thing. If you guys pay attention to when I do my ghost, that's actually counted as a double hit. Because I'm blowing smoke out and inhaling it again. So I inhale twice, basically. Giving me 2 hits per shot. Holy shit, is this a mirage? I don't know. Are you in a desert, Grizz? Yes, I'm live. I'm alive, baby. Woo! And yes, I did lose a good portion of my commands and quotes, but I re-added them in a good portion of what I remember. Go and support both Grizshot and Supply, whether or not Supply streams a bunch or not, but go check them out and send them some love from me anyway, because they're awesome streamers. So I apologize, man. I've been very tired and working heavy. Oh, I know. Newbie has been messaging me on and off, asking me how I've been feeling and everything. I've just been working hard. This summer's been extremely hot. I'm back now, though. That, and I'm going to try to take the time to record the missing episodes that got deleted, like the 2 episodes of Pokemon and God of War. I'm thinking about taking the time to go and do that. And I don't want to do a stream of the first 2 episodes again, so I'm just going to do it as a recording instead. And I'll do that at my own pace. But it'll happen. God of War... games like Phantasy Star will be more primarily the weekends, because I'm going to be making the weekends free for me to play whatever. And then the weekdays are going to continuation my requests. Today I'm just very tired because I haven't slept well in the past 2 days. So I'm going to just play a little bit of this and then I'm going to get off. But tomorrow, if I get enough rest, I'll probably be on maybe more of this or continue some God of War. But don't worry, the first 2 parts of both of those series will somehow make an emergence, but they will be drastically different than they were originally. Can you freeze, you fucking slime? You know what? Fuck you. I don't care about your red bitch ass anyway. You're not red, but I could have made you red. Have a computer? Something like that. I'm so sorry. I mean, my parents kind of did the same thing with me, but with a car. They wouldn't really let me drive their cars due to an incident that my brother has done in the past about drugs and selling any money that he got, or taking any money my parents gave him to fix a car that he had and bought drugs with it instead. So they kind of just didn't trust me with their own vehicles. Kind of same situation. So I'm sorry. But save up money. They can't stop you from buying a goddamn computer supply. They cannot. you having a job would be pointless if they're gonna take away your goddamn freedom. Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you out. They're doing everything they can to get you out. My dad is kind of doing the same thing with me, but then again, I am in my 30s, so me still being here is something that I should be out of by this point. Thank you. The myth, the man himself, Gris Shot, thank you for becoming a Saiyan. Praise all the dang suns. Look at all those sun emotes and them rips. And there's a Pikachu on my character's face. I love that there's a Ditto and Pikachu like stuck together right above Vegeta's head. Home life, I wouldn't either. But yeah, like my dad's kind of trying to do the same thing with me. He'll be like, he'll be telling me things like to have me get a haircut. He'll just come up with things to try to get me out of the house. Like he's definitely trying to annoy me. And he's like telling me to get my hair cut, this and that, and all these other stuff, and quit cigarettes. And it's just kind of getting annoying, constantly being like told to do something that I kind of just want to relax. You know what I mean? So it's bleh. So I feel ya. Someone found a lame D'Argent, a lame D-Argent. Good job. Cheered with 200 biddies. Grizz, you're back with the biddies. The unicorn biddies are back. And she expects me to survive with 300 a month. By yourself? Like, that's not enough for food, clothes, and stuff. Also, buying food at work. I bought Chick-fil-A at work every damn day, and that was a discount. Yeah, they're screwing me. They had a discount, and that started to get costly. And very bad on my body. Like, it started to get to the point where the spicy chicken started to really cause some heartburn. But yeah, I used to buy food all the time at Chick-fil-A. There's nothing wrong with that. If you like it enough. All I really eat is nowadays, aside from a few home cooked meals that my parents make, like they made stroganoff today, I usually just munch on ice cream. Not gonna lie, I rarely eat. And it's definitely noticeable on my body weight, but I also can eat like a black fucking hole. I can eat like a fat kid loves cake and not gain a pound. Because trust me, I've done it. What I usually buy at Chick-fil-A comes close to $10 with the discount. 2 bagels, breakfast bagels, and a shake, or CFA sandwiches and a shake, depending on the time. Yeah, it can get pretty costly every day. According to my doctor, I'm okay. That's what they're there for, though, Supply. They're there to tell you that. I mean, yeah, it probably hurts when you don't expect a guy of your size to be considered unhealthy. But honestly, though, that's what they're there for. You know, people all my life have told me I need to gain weight. From my parents' friends to my ex-girlfriend's family telling me, you need to gain weight. To me saying, please, yeah, it hurts. No, I'm not saying it doesn't. That's not my point. My point is that, though, they're there to make sure you're healthy, though. But I've heard the same thing all my life from people close to me, including girls' parents that should have no bearing on what I look like in terms of my weight. Which I find the most insulting. versus my own family. Like, that's understandable that it's family. It still hurts, but it's like, when your ex's parents are like, you need to gain some weight. It's kind of like, stop, please. It depends on what you do, what you eat, and how you exercise. I got a very high metabolism. I never once thought I was healthy. Actually, apparently I am healthy. The reason why my doctor pretty much says I'm healthy is because they don't know if they weren't really testing for anything specific. I went in there because apparently there's a cyst in my arm, which they told me that there's nothing wrong with as of yet, just to monitor it, but there is a bump in somewhere on my arm, and they said it was a cyst. Right now it's fine, as long as it doesn't get any bigger. But when they did the usual tests on my blood pressure, heart, and all that, they said I was healthy. But that's all. They weren't checking for anything else. For all I know, I could have something. They could diagnose me and tell me I have this and that. And I could go from the healthiest person to the most unhealthy. It also depends on what you're tested. You know what I mean? I also didn't get a DNA test. I could easily have an STD. I mean, I've had my fair share of sex. I don't feel it. I don't feel any like sudden obnoxious pain that's any different from like my usual muscle cramping or anything, but that's because I don't stretch. Because I'm an idiot. Because I'm lazy. My doctor thought I had a system thing. I mean, I probably have. I don't even know. I have a bunch of shit. I probably have a few more. I probably have a few cysts or something on me. Because there's definitely marks on my body that aren't freckles. But that's okay. At a later time, if it becomes a problem, I'll have to look at it. The only one at the time that I was worried about is there's a bump in my arm. The rest, I didn't really pay attention to at the time. Yeah, I probably just have some growth spurts. But there's stuff on my, like, shoulder. There's a thing on my shoulder that is kind of annoying. Like, I can feel it, but it's not a big deal. As long as it doesn't grow or get any worse. But I am monitoring most of the things I have noticed on my body. Making sure it doesn't move. So far, I'm fine. I would love if that stopped popping up. Okay. Oh, I'm invisible. A real chip on the shoulder. Yep. Ow. What I really need is a massage. Ugh, that requires going out. Ugh. I mean, I'm real introverted. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to just sit in my room all day. I don't like being outside. The air gives me a headache. Oh no, I am introverted supply. I don't want to be anywhere outside. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go to the store. I don't want to buy cigarettes. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do any of that. I want to just stay home all day. I don't care if I live off Twitch. In fact, that would make me happy because then I would have to never move. And the interaction I have with people is over the internet. I mean, that gives everyone a headache. I personally just don't really like a lot of people in general, just because people in general suck. I'm friends with a few people at work. I'm cool with a lot of you guys. It's just in general, people in general annoy me because of just how rude they are, how annoying they are, how I've grown up, dealt with annoying people. People really are selfish, and sometimes it shows. Oh, I could be... I'm cool with pretty much anybody, unless you give me an issue. But yeah, I technically just try not to be around too many people. But I'm cool with anybody, as long as you won't give me a problem. Because I'm friends with plenty of people at work that I definitely would like to hang out with. Like, I bonded with one friend over Dragon Ball. We went to go see Aquaman together only because Dragon Ball, the day we went, the tickets ran out. I went literally like the next day or the day after that, like the next couple days or whatever it was, I went and saw Dragon Ball Super Broly. But several people at work I bonded over anime with. I mean, aside from a few people at work, neither do I. All my friends are back home. And most of my friends are all on their own now, if not all of them. So, like, they're busy. Like, Tom's got his wife and kid, and my friend Anthony and Alicia, I know they're living together. They're family, but they're living together, and they got their own stuff going on or whatever. Two of my other close friends passed away. Several of my friends passed away. But a lot of my friends are gone and moved on. So, like, even if I do go back home, I really don't have a lot of people to hang out with. But yeah. Most of my friends, if not all of them, still live back home. There's also my buddy Reaper. But most of them do live back home. It's just they live in different cities or parts and places. Like, we're all spread out now. And my parents sold our house. So, like, I don't have that now to, like, go back to and buy off them in the future. But I don't think I was going to. I wasn't gonna. But, like, any history besides friends back home is gone now. But that's alright. That's why I'm here to make friends with you guys. I definitely would love to meet up with you guys and shit. I would definitely be your roommate supply if we ever meet. Hell, my buddy Reaper, I don't know if he's got like a consistent job or what, but I would love to have one of my best friends with me as well. If I live with anyone, it's definitely gonna be me and him. But like, if I could get him together, I definitely would come, like, get you, and we can all afford a place together. That'd be awesome. Like a 3-bedroom or something, or if we can all pitch in for a house, that'd be cool. Beat. Where? I don't know a lot of PA, my friend, so I don't know where and what that is. But, cool. Well, come here then. Gulbopes. Yeah, they're annoying, aren't they? They tend to just stalk your ass and zap you. I hate them. I hate Canadians. Cannabis. Sorry, these ones specifically are cannabis. It's the non-ultimate variants that are the Canadians. And I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I've always called them that my whole life. I've called them cannabis and Canadians all my life. I mean, come on, his name is Cannabin. Or Kananabin. Kanabin. Cannabis. Weed. Drugs are bad, okay? Oh god, this song, no! What have I done? I did not know that this was that song. The beat's catchy, though. The lyrics, I can't understand, but I'm assuming they're horrible. I don't like the lyrics. I can't understand it, I just don't like it. It reminds me of believe it or not, this does seem like it could be like a very bad Naruto opening. I have a weird Naruto AMV vibe from this, like an opening from the series. Ugh. And Naruto has some pretty bad songs. It also has a handful of good ones. This also reminds me of Puffy Amiyumi. You know, the stupid precursor to Teen Titans. The chicks who sang the song. Yes, it does. No, Boruto needs to end. Naruto itself is already over. Boruto itself needs to end. Like, Naruto's story has been told. And yes, it does. It needs to end. Dragon Ball Super Dragon Ball needs to die. As much as I love it, Super needs to be its end. Otherwise, the retcon is going to be horrible. They already have a new thing coming called Dragon Ball Superpower or something. Dragon Ball Superpower or some shit. A new movie coming out. One Piece never started for me. Pokemon's another one that needs to die. Yeah. Yeah, Ash unfortunately just got boring because he like never wins. And when he does, no one gives a shit. I mean, he's won the Orange Island League? I know that he's won that. It was him against the Dragonite. That's what I just said. Yeah, it was him against the Dragonite. However, that's non-canon. I say that because there's no Orange Island in the video games. That's the non-canonicity of Pokemon. If Pokemon has a canon. Anime canon, or manga, or video game canon is the canon. Because the manga and the games, or the manga and the show aren't canon. To me, at all. They all tell unique stories that change drastically to what they really are. Because it's not like Lance is actually evil. The elite, the gym leaders in the series aren't actually bad in the games. The Pokemon movies? I don't consider any of the anime for Pokemon canon at all. If the only thing that is canon about maybe is most likely Mewtwo. Mewtwo is the most canon that I can tell. I don't know too much of the backstory on some of the other legends, but Mewtwo's backstory is a canon thing. He was made by a scientist on Cinnabar Island by Team Rocket, and Giovanni wanted to rule with him. And he ran away, and that's why Cinnabar Island is the state that it's in. Especially in 2, where Blaine fights you in a volcano. Or the Seafoam Island. Not the volcano. A Seafoam Island. Which shrunk in size due to the volcanic corruption that happened. But yeah, I think that's probably one of the few canon backstories for legendary Pokemon. But I don't consider any of them other canon. Maybe the idea behind like Celebi and other Pokemon like that are, but the movie's ideas, no. Hell, Mewtwo got an entire separate OVA kind of thing to go back into detail about how his life was like being created. I don't think in the games it's stated, but Fuji, the scientist who created him, wanted to bring back his dead child. And so he cloned his dead daughter, but she failed. Mewtwo as a kid is seen with Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and his cloned child. All of which failed except for Mewtwo. Which is why in the movie he has a Charizard, a Blastoise, and a Venusaur. He was friends with them since he was born. Even though those are separate clones. What's Diagla's backstory? Well, Diagla and Palkia are the kings of space and time. They're gods of space and time, and they put Garantina, the devil, into the distortion world because he was causing a lot of havoc. They're there just to keep the lines in check. Kind of like how in Bleach, where if if too many hollows are destroyed or not fully cleansed, you know how they mentioned that it'll like destroy the fabric of reality? Well, it's kind of like that with Dialga and Palkia and Giratina. They all have a thing in check and balance, and if one goes out of check, the whole nature goes out of balance, and that's basically what they are. And then there's Arceus, who is the god of everything, a god of all. Literally the birth of Pokemon, to the point where they're giving him an entire video game basing off of Sinnoh's backstory. And there's an event in Heart Gold Soul Silver. If you have a legitimate Arceus event, you can physically create a level 1 Dialga, Palkia, or a Giratina. The only legendaries ever to exist at the ripe level of 1. Yes, he gave birth out of thin air with Cynthia. I don't think they fucked, but Cynthia's part of that quest. I love her. She is the best. She is one of the best Elite Four champions. I love Cynthia. Gen 4, I can't wait. Brilliant Diamond, baby, I can't wait. That's actually the version I'm going to be playing. Brilliant Diamond. I'm getting both, but my playthrough is going to be of so many memes. Memes? I think you mean Rule 34. I think you mean Rule 34. Yeah, I know. And I'm being a pervert for no reason. I know I'm only kidding. I know you are. I just felt like being a douchey perv. But yeah, no. There is probably a lot of memes of her and Garchomp, but she is one of the few Elite Four Elite Four champions that actually gave me trouble at a lower level. Which is why I normally fight the Elite Four at 40s and early 50s, because they're actually a challenge. Like hell, I've beaten the first Pokemon. I've beaten pretty much every Pokemon game with my Pokemon in the late 40s and early 50s, and it usually takes me a few tries, but I've done it several times, and it's fun. More fun that way. You know, if all pervs are bonked and taking a horny down, then that jail would be. Yes, a very horny jail. That's my new show for Adult Swim. It's called Horny Jail. You go to jail to have orgies. Don't ask. I really should pop out my gun. Where is it? Motherfucker! Damn it! Ow, my face! Rude! Volop, for me, is just slow to be on hell. Oh, that was a miss. I could make it go a little faster, but I'd rather not. Ah, motherfucker, my button was like, nah. Nah. You hit the button wrong, or don't do your combo right. Nope. ESO is a good game, but it has a flawed battle system sometimes. Hey, look, it's Volop's stats. Oh, what the hell? Alright, Mr. Double Heel. Yes! This is Volup's final form! Ow! We can build him! Make him even stronger than he was before! In his purely organic form. He'll be faster, stronger. Sorry, I was quoting Dragon Ball. Sort of. It's the scene where Frieza comes back. And he's becoming a he's becoming a cyborg. I was gonna say semi-robotic, but cyborg is half human, partial robot. It's not even half human, half robot. It's just all human with robotic enhancement. You can't just become half robot. You're still whole human, you just don't have limbs or certain parts of your body. No, I was referencing the line where they talk about Frieza coming back because he's becoming a cyborg and he's far stronger than he ever would have been, purely in his organic state. And yet, they revived him with parts of the said Mecha Frieza body, and he came back in his first form? Never understood that. Also, technically that's his final form. Frieza's first form is a digressed state. Meaning, technically, his first stage is his final form, because his final form is the form he was born in. Meaning, King Cold is in Form 2. You know, the one where Frieza becomes giant? Yeah, if King Cold actually transformed, Trunks would have failed miserably! King Cold and his full power from the Dragon Ball Multiverse comic, while non-canon, it actually delves into the power that King Cold could have potentially have wielded. Oh, and he's not as strong as Cell, but he definitely would have overpowered the cast at that time. If he was in his final form. He easily would have whomped them. If that's anything to go by. In the Multiverse comic, Final Form Cold literally makes Final Form Cooler and Final Form Frieza look like playthings. But that's a multiverse, meaning all the Frieza's members race from the different timelines except for that one are dead. Yes. Every other Frieza race from different timelines are all gone in that comic except for the one that they encounter. I mean, I do like the theory, though. Like, King Cold, I believe King Cold and them would have whomped. King Cold would have whomped everybody. In his final form. Easily. Frieza was close to Goku's level. The problem with Frieza's final form, though, is that it costs him too much stamina. And by the time he even did it, Goku was already beaten Frieza's power level down to the point where it was already decreasing anyway. But if Frieza would have done less playing around and actually got serious, he could have probably still did some massive damage to Goku. Which, yes, he did still, but Goku still had enough energy to get out of there and escape and everything. But I think it could have gotten worse. It could have gotten better for Frieza if he wasn't an idiot. But to be honest, at least he learned. At least Frieza, of all villains, actually has development. And you know what? For the first time in my life, I can say I actually like Frieza as a character. Because he actually had development. He's still a dick, but he's less of one now. Ginyu. He took one of Ginyu's ships. Last minute, after he realized Frieza's ship was too bad and broken, he took off with one of Captain Ginyu's ships. Last minute. And seeing as in the manga explains that Captain Ginyu, the Ginyu Force, were en route to planet Yardrat, which is why that was already predetermined. Which is why when Goku just punched the coordinates in or whatever he did to set the ship off, it went to Yardrat. Is because they were already meant to go to Yardrat before Frieza called them up. Well, I just got one-shotted. I forgot to leave a pipe. Oh, wait, I did. I left a pipe in the caves, though. I hate these two quests sometimes. You can't leave pipes in one of them, in the other you can't travel directly to where you want to be. Why? At least in Respect of Tomorrow, you can walk to the main area. You just gotta walk to the boss. This, though, you've gotta literally walk back from the start. Or leave pipes, which I forgot to do. However, there is one in the caves, but... Why were they going? Just take over the planet! Frieza's a planet broker. He wanted to increase his army, make some money. They also had strange powers. Frieza probably saw that. He saw that he definitely saw their potential enough to send the Ginyu Force there. Versus, well, actually, they don't have any others. He probably doesn't really have many other choices. The Yardrats are probably far stronger than any Frieza Force member that he could send at him that aren't the Ginyu Force. But I think the Ginyu Force is probably the only people at the time that can handle the Yardrats besides Frieza. I don't think any of Frieza's basic gimps would do a damn thing to them. However, they don't fight. They're not a powerful race by any means. They don't fight at all. But they have unique abilities, and they taught Vegeta how to split energy from a goddamn planet eater. And it gave Goku the win. And yes, Goku got the win, but it's because Vegeta that he did. It's the second time Vegeta saved somebody. The first was Cell. So in regards, Vegeta is got some strengths over Goku. Goku cannot do... Vegeta can instant transmission, just not as well as Goku, but he learned the diffusion technique, where he was able to split energies from anything, so he was able to absorb all of Moro's energy out of him. And Goku only learned instant transmission due to his time and his laziness. Vegeta sat there and trained like Naruto for many months and learned two awesome abilities, which I hope is seen more. We need to add Yardrat canonicity into more things. Yes, they do. The only time I believe you actually see Yardrat is Dragon Ball Sagas? I think. Yeah. Sagas is the only Dragon Ball game that comes to mind where you visit Yardrat. You don't even fight a Yardrat, though. You fight some weird alien thing. They could have at least made it a Yardrat, but they didn't. They probably didn't even... I don't even know if they even knew what they looked like, canon-wise, because they probably thought the whole thing was a filler. I don't know. But they gave him some weird alien to fight Goku. And it wasn't a Yardrat, I'll tell you that right now. It looked like a giant buffed-up Cyberman. Like, that whole game, you're facing a lot of Cybermen, androids, and a bunch of other things, depending on the arc you're in. But it's so annoying when that game is all about reskins, and the whole game is all reskins. Even the other characters you get, they all do the same, like, combos. Their combos are the same. Straight down to the punches and the kicks they do, and even their energy attacks are basically the same thing. So it's like, there's no differentiality. Everyone's just a reskin. Sagas is a very bad Dragon Ball Sandbox game that is stupid fun to play co-op. That game is so bad that it is fun as hell beating the shit out of that game co-op. And then you can unlock characters like Broly and have fun with that for some reason. Because, you know, other characters are so unique in a game where everything is the fucking same. Oh, I set up a pipe in the mines. Nice. Sagas? No. Sagas was on GameCube, PS2, Xbox, my friend. This game's old. This was GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. Originally PS2, I think. I mean, if you have a PC, you can probably emulate a PS2 emulator. Or a, heaven forbid, Dolphin, which can be pretty heavy. But I've had better luck with the Dolphin than the PS2 emulator. I may play... No. It plays on the original Xbox. I'm not sure if that's backwards compatible. You know what? I don't know which version I have of Sagas. If I have the Xbox version, I could try that on my Xbox One. Or Xbox 360, but that requires hooking that up. To be honest, though, Xbox 360's backwards compatibility with the Xbox titles are very limited. I think the only game... I did not have a lot of Xbox games. The original Xbox did not have much going for it. Literally, the only game I really enjoyed on Xbox is this. Like, there's a few good games, but like I did not have a lot on the original Xbox. Besides, you know, Halo, but I don't know. I don't even remember what I had. Horrible. I'll probably play it for you guys, just to have a fun, dumb stream because of how bad that game is. I'm not kidding you. In multiplayer mode, boss fights have a timer where your second player comes in as the same character to fight the boss. So you literally have a timer instead of fighting them 2-on-1, which would make that broken if you did. But then, so you got two of the same guy storyline-wise coming out, unless you're playing as a secret character. Oh yeah, it goes up to Boo. Oh yeah, it goes up to Boo. I think, right? Sagas goes to Boo, I think, or does it go to Cell? No, I think it goes to Cell. So you go Super Saiyan 2. Yeah, and I believe it ends at Cell, not Boo. That's my bad. I forgot that Dragon Ball in the early days rarely ever expanded far past Boo, if any. Went to even Boo. Because a lot of them are just like Budokai games, they just added more and more story from the franchise, and it just was like, here's Dragon Ball Budokai 1 goes up to Cell, Budokai 2 goes up to Boo, with a different story mode. Budokai 3 has some GT, Budokai 4 keeps adding more and more characters, and then Tenkaichi rather. Tenkaichi 3 had like the biggest roster that any fighting game Dragon Ball wise has ever had. Literally every character's in that game, from Dragon Ball to Z, GT. Even your minor, basic bitch characters like Babidi? And Great Apes. Everybody has a Great Ape that's a Saiyan has a Great Ape in that game. And then they made stuff like Super Saiyan 3 Broly, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, that kind of stuff. So then you got your what ifs, your... all that nonsense. Miss those days. I'm surprised they never remastered the rest of the Budokai franchise. Tarble's probably in one of them? He's probably in... I don't know if he's in Tenkaichi at all. I don't remember when his movie came out. He probably is in... He's probably in Raging Blast, if anything. I don't care about Tarble's non-canon ass. I don't care if he's mentioned in the series. He's not canon to me. He can be mentioned all he wants. They mentioned Meron, Krillin's ex-girlfriend from the filler. They reference her in Super because they named their daughter Meron. But they pronounce it's Marin and Meron, as 18 likes to pronounce it, to differentiate. All that was is a nod. It was a reference. It wasn't meant to canon and confirm Marin. Marin's fake. She's filler. Krillin's blonde-haired ditzy Bulma is a filler. She appeared in the Garlic Jr. filler arc. Tarble is filler. To me, he's a filler for an OVA. A horrible OVA. He's mentioned I don't consider him canon. Akira can literally make him canon, and I won't consider him canon. I just don't care. Vegeta, growing up, has never had siblings. He's always been bodyguarded by Nappa, and he's always had his father and Raditz. He's never, ever, and even if it's because Tarbo's been ostracized due to his horribly weak body and horribly weak nature, which is why I don't understand why he's so weak. Considering he comes from straight royal heritage, he should be far stronger than he is, but I don't give a shit. Kefla. I don't really care about Kefla. I like Caulifla better. Not a big fan of Kale or Kefla. Caulifla, though. I'll take her Super Saiyan 4 all day. Also, fan art exists. And also, my brain also read that as Kefka. Now I'm imagining a Super Saiyan 4 insane psychopathic clown on the loose in the world of Final Fantasy. To this day, I think Kefka's voice is some of the best I've done. I'm not a voice actor, but I love... I'm Kefka. I'll poison the water and fuck your women. I didn't do the latter, but I did poison... Or I didn't do... Yeah, the latter. I didn't do the latter half, but I did poison your water supply. Because I'm a fucking dick! Yeah, that's my Kefka voice. Now watch me transcend godness and still lose! Sorry, incoming some of the best theme song from any Final Fantasy game ever. Kefka's themes are fucking godly. Pun intended! Sorry for screaming. Bitch, I'm a god. I'm sorry, that was probably one of my favorite boss fights too, and he's not even a secret boss, he's the final boss. And he's got, like, multi-form bosses are some of the best ever, and that's probably one of my favorite boss fights from one of the best early Final Fantasy games. 6 has definitely cemented itself as one of the best. And, oh my god. Yes, 6 is almost as good as 10-2 to me. Yes, ironically. I like 10-2 better, but 6 does far outbeat any of the PS1 Final Fantasies by a long margin. My bot is weird? My bot didn't do jack shit to you. Rude. That guy just unequipped my weapon by running me over. My bot sucks in Discord anyway. It doesn't even work. Ow. I mean, I can private message him, but he doesn't do chat commands or anything or whatever. What's it doing in Discord right now? Who is it shitting on right now? It just said you went live. What the f— That was tasty, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm glad that it still posts. Yeah, I'm glad that it actually changed my picture. Before, it was always Paper Mario. It actually changed my picture. Yeah, it did. What the fuck? Okay, I don't know what signal it just sent to my bot to do that, but I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. That is hella late. Yes, it is, and it's something I need to worry about now. So I need to fix that. And I'm glad that it's still doing it because seeing as I lost my hard drive again, but I got most of my files. There was some bot stuff that I lost because every time I tried to back up my bot, it froze, so I could never back it up. I was able to recover some of my commands, so there's a lot of commands I lost. Or, not commands, but quotes that I lost. Unfortunately. So if anyone can remember some quotes, pitch them at me in a direct message, or, yeah, in a direct message, just so it doesn't clog Discord. Then there's no reason to post that in chat here, because it's just spam to me. Because you're going to be posting a long list of shit. So if anyone remembers any quotes, even if it's ones that I have already, just give me all the quotes in a direct message on Discord. I will add them in. If anyone remembers them. I've remembered some of them, like the A-pumping one, the whole dying by a rooster, Sekiro, or are you throwing a frisbee at, or is that Tron throwing frisbee at a dog's ass? Yes. That's a good quote. Some of those funnier ones like those. I also lost all, like, the mini games, like those boss fights that I used to have in Twitch chat where people could type in, like, boss or whatever and fight a PSO-related fight and make some extra maceta. That's gone. I have to re-add those up again. Like, I was able to get back any necessary files for, like, my games and such. Or even if I have my emulators and stuff are gone or games are gone, I've beaten most of those games that I played, so it's not really a big deal. Some also... No, I've noticed that sometimes it has done that for me. It's just... I'm surprised it just happened now. But yeah, it does that. I think my bot needs some looking. Check out my... What the fuck? Oh! Hold up. Wait, what? Wait. Wait, what? Okay, Blackfire apparently became a quote. What? Excuse me? Wait, why? Is that a quote? Was I high? I don't get what this quote... Check out my... What? Hold up. That's a quote. Why? I must have had Blackfire on my mind, or I was extremely stoned. Could be both. I really don't... Remove? Okay. Nothing. Apparently I had a quote that basically shouted you out, but the link was put in wrong, too, on top of it. Whew! He was. It's gone now. But it's basically me shouting you out, and somehow I ended up inputting your stream link in wrong. I don't remember. This was all when I took my break, so I was definitely tired or stoned out of my mind. It happens. That's okay. I got some of my other quotes. No, it's just it's banning supply. Yes, go ahead for posting cock in my chat. Only I post cock in chat. John throwing a frisbee at a dog's ass. That's a great quote. Go watch Super Ninja Boy if you actually want to see that emote. It's literally an emote of a dude who looks like Tron throwing a frisbee at a corgi's butt. Al was actually there when that emote was used. Yes, fuck me in 3 places. I don't even remember the context of that. That's why there's no context for it. I remember me saying it. I don't remember, unfortunately. I just remember saying, fuck me in 3 places. I would have to go back and watch some videos to get any of my quotes back if you don't remember any at all. Unfortunately, I'm not doing that. It was most likely me dying from something. I should not have that many quotes. Yeah, I only have 8 quotes now. I went from like 20 quotes or so to 8. Forgot to... I can't do a damn thing though, guys. I'm at a boss. Yeah, it only goes up to 9. So I don't know. Well, keep in mind there is also a cooldown, but it could have passed that threshold, so there might be something wrong. Well, welcome back. I'm sorry I was passed out. I've been here. No, it's all good, man. I appreciate you joining, and thank you. I am glad to be back. I'll be streaming for a little while from now on, for now. Until I either get more tired or something happens, but... I also was trying to meet a girl, and it failed. So there was a brief moment during that, during some breakage, not this recent break, but before that I was finding a girl. It's one of the reasons why I went on the break is because of I'm just bad with women. And I meant to tell her that I like her for who she is, and I accidentally, my phone I must have hit some words or deleted something, or somehow my phone added in I love you the way you are. I meant to say I like you for the way you are, but I somehow ended up saying I love you. My phone changed my words or something happened, and it ended up going from I like you the way you are to I love you, and she blocked me. Oh no, she was in another town over. She lived about 30 minutes away from me. I'd met her. She was hot, but I accidentally said I loved her instead of saying I like her, because she was opening up to me about something, and I said I like you the way you are, and somehow my phone changed it from that to I love you. Insta block. And she smoked. She liked anime. She loved Kingdom Hearts, which was a big plus for me. But I'm bad with women. That's okay. She was... Not that it's a big issue. She is 10 years younger than me. She is 21. It's not the big issue. It's just, it's a little cut-off-ish almost. It's not as bad as dating like an 18-year-old. But it's like, alright, well, she is still young. So, like, if I do wanna... Fuck. Yes. If I do wanna fuck, I should date somebody a bit closer to my age. If I want to actually try to have a life with somebody, I should date somebody. Because the last time I dated girls who were closer to my age, and we were either underage or of age, we broke up due to the fact that I didn't have money, other reasons, or, you know, well, money, but I could never have... We could never go anywhere, do anything, or they would just treat me. Like, I could never take them out or anything. And I know that's not a biggest factor in a relationship, but it can't dampen it. Yeah, she liked me, yeah. She told me straight up, she liked me, she thought I was cute. We were holding hands watching Ink Master and talking about anime and shit. And we got stoned together. And she wanted to meet me a few more times before she decided to date me. But then I, you know, fucked up then and accidentally said I loved her. Which I had some slight feeling for her. Like, already meeting her once, I had some slight feelings there. Just because I am alone. I've been alone for a while. And she was cute. And it's not often that I meet somebody who likes a lot of things I do. The last girlfriend I dated, Shauna, or Carly Girl, she loved, her favorite anime is Inuyasha. And that's our bond right there. That was where our bond was. Like, it's not often I get that. Like, the last girl I dated before her was my ex Heather, where we bonded over Yu Yu Hakusho together. Stuff like that. Which is why I bonded a bit with this girl. Her name was Teresa. But unfortunately, I fucked up. But that's okay. Not gonna be the last girl I meet. I met her on Facebook dating, of all things. Yes, I had better luck on Facebook dating than I ever have on Tinder. I'm not gonna lie, though, I've had good luck on the internet. Like, back on AOL, yes, AIM, I've met plenty of women who I've actually nearly had sex with. Fuck! Fuck! How did that kill me? That never hits me! I mean, that's not true, but come on. Should've... We were gonna try to mess around and she couldn't handle it. I mean, we weren't messing around, we were just holding hands. I wasn't gonna make any moves on her, kissing her wise until she was like, oh, I like you, I wanna be with you. I'm never gonna... There's only one time I've done that with a girl, and I met my ex Heather at a movie theater. We met online through an ex-girlfriend of mine, because she was tired of me, so she shipped me off to another girl. I met her at a movie theater, and we were literally making out through the whole movie the day one. But, like, this girl I wanted to take it slow with. I wanted to try to get to know her. Because every relationship I've had was always like, oh, I like you. Oh, okay, you're cute. And we date. Like, not long after. My longest relationships were with a woman who I barely knew. And I got to know them over that time period. But I still feel like I barely know my... That's the problem. There's probably a lot that I don't know. Be honest, though, my introverted nature, I'm just bad at talking to people. I am very bad at conversations. I'm very bad with women. I'm shy and obnoxious, and I am a klutz. Big klutz. Trust me, in anime, whenever you see like a nerdy girl who bumps into a guy she likes, drops all her books or whatever, and she's all fidgety, that's me. That's basically me. Except I don't like carry books and wear glasses and drop them at the sight of a girl I like. But that is basically like how I would bump into a female. My klutzy nature and my shyness is no different than a book nerd female who does not talk to anybody. You tried, yeah. I got somewhere. I got a few hugs out of her, and I'm hot. She didn't just immediately shove me out the door or not meet me. Yeah, nor fall down and have your pet service boy. You know, I've had wedgies, but I've never had that. So what was jelly flavor on your toast? Salt? Is that a jelly flavor? So I definitely felt salty. I'm like, ah, fuck, I fucked up. Actually, speaking of jelly on toast, I don't really eat a lot of, like, peanut butter and jelly toast, which I've never tried. I do like the grape and strawberry jelly, going on that topic now. In a mouth, a chick runs into a guy around the corner. Ah, hey, I don't know what that term means, man. I don't know what that term means. I just answered your question. Ah, I didn't say sexual at all. I was actually making funny about the salt, and then I told you my real favorite jelly flavor. Sorry, I'm a bit serious. If that's not the answer you wanted. I wasn't trying to go sexual. I was just talking about toast. Woo! I'm not even mad. I'm not mad, man. I'm not upset. I'm just trying to... I don't know. I don't even know. I just wanna die. Wait, do I have a... Oh, moderator. Alright. How's it going, everybody who is joining in? How is everybody doing? Welcome back, Supply. I didn't even notice you left. Yeah, how's everybody right now doing? Relaxing, chatting, enjoying some fun. I'll definitely be back on tomorrow after work sometime. Probably with some more Phantasy Star, probably some new Genesis, or if I can get that running, I need to set it up because I didn't actually fully set up the installation. Or something else. I'm tired as fuck too, I feel you. I haven't had much sleep the past 2 days and I've been working about 9.5 hours. I could easily make it to 5 and go for a full 10, but at this point, I barely can make it to 4. My body hurts so bad from sweating and heat all day and stacking a dang truck all day. It is. The days of a schedule that fluctuates. Even when I worked at Chick-fil-A, I didn't really have like a schedule that fluctuated. There are moments where shifts did change for me, but I know once I was getting close to getting fired, they eventually put me on night shift for Saturdays, and then they slowly dropped my hours. But yeah, set hours change. Well, a schedule for a job, I haven't had that in a while. Like, I technically don't like have I gotta be at work at this time on this day, at this time on this day. No, it's at 7 to 3:30 every day. Like, it's not really a schedule that they post or anything. It's just what you work. You know what I mean? Like, I hated having to, this is what days you work. This is what days you don't work. Just give me a shift every fucking day. I'm just saying, I know places are different. Gas stations and restaurants, they operate differently than warehouses. I can understand that. I'm just saying, it just feels weird hearing about having a set schedule that you gotta watch out for every week. I remember that from when I worked at Five Guys. Chick-fil-A didn't really do that. They just had you come in at the same time. But Five Guys, they posted schedules and be like, okay, you come in at this time. You gotta work more hours, my friend. You're an adult. They need to put you up at least above 40. You need to work at least 8 hours a day. Come on. I'm working anywhere from 40 to 60 hours, my friend. When I used to do overtime like mad, I used to work 10 hours a day. I've worked at least 60 hours a week. I've done that for a long while. And that was before we had any substantial raises. Now I'm making nearly 20 an hour. Like, that 60-hour work week? Good Lord. I mean, that extra couple dollars don't really amount to much. But in the add up grand scheme of things, it does. Like, you'll look at your check and be like, it's really like a few more dollars. But in the grand scheme of things, going from $16 an hour to... I went from $12 an hour to 18. And I was making $9.59 at Sears. Back when I used to think $600 a check was decent. That's just because I was broke all my fucking life. Try doubling that check every fucking month or every 2 weeks. I make double. Not only that, I make more than double than I did at Chick-fil-A in 2 weeks than I do in a month. Sorry, that's just how bad Chick-fil-A is. Like, now Chick-fil-A has got this thing where it's like, okay, everyone's making what, 14 an hour, 12 to 14 an hour now? And I don't think it's just Chick-fil-A, but they did this shortly after dumping me. Yes, Chick-fil-A dumped me, firing me. And I'm like, well, first off, you were giving everyone else a raise to 12 an hour even before I was fired, and I was probably one of the few that didn't. And then they boosted it permanently. It was so bullshit. Hey, that's as good as Chick-fil-A. I was making about 600 a check. Every 2 weeks. And you worked less hours than me. Trust me, I've done quite a bit of overtime at Chick-fil-A as well. Okay, this guy can one-shot me with every fucking thing, or most of his attacks. This won't kill me, but his swipe at the end will. If I don't heal. As that is his strongest attack, physically. His magic, or his weird fucking Zamba Maraca attack is strong, but not as strong as his swipe. Motherfucker! My accuracy is horrible! And that's coming from a character, or that's coming from a game where you actually have to hit the opponent to miss it. Like, well, that I missed entirely. But I am physically hitting him here because I'm locked onto him. You will not see those words otherwise. Take your time. My god, my accuracy sucks. Oh, come on. You're not scope, I get it, but come on. Yeah, this fight's going nowhere. Fuck. That's alright. Give me a few physical hits and he'd be down some health. Ow. There we go. Do not fight this boss on mushrooms. I mean, I may have a different trip if I ever take them again. I want to see this on acid, but I'm never going to do any drugs like that. But what I'm getting at is I took mushrooms one time, played this, and this game was throwing colors at me. This entire arena was being thrown at me. Like, I was hallucinating something horrible. It was fun, though. And then I went and took a piss, saw melting walls, got lit on fire, and got myself pat out and punched. I had a hell of a night. And yes, my friends lit me on fire for reasons. Because I'm a dumb druggy... I did my fair share of stuff. Yay! Now I get to literally murder myself! Come here, you! Aha! Fucker! Take that. Don't murder me with that. Again. I mean, I do a lot of damage. Come on. Yes! Damn it! Woohoo! Iframes! Woohoo! Get fucked! Damn it! Ah, motherfucker! I just healed out of instinct. You're missing! Seems when he's rainbow colored, he has a shield. Yep. Great observation. Shielded from physical attacks, at least. And I know you know that. And I know you know that. But yes. It is kind of a pain, but at least it's physically. He can still be hit by magic. That's okay, I'm not a magic guy. I'm not a magic guy, but that's okay. Like, if I can get a few shots in on him, he will die fast as fuck. It's just, he's all over the place. And for a close-range combatant, makes him kind of annoying. Did he just give me a goddamn scape doll? Is he making up for that death he gave me? Well, at least he's nice. I would have preferred your ring, Rico. Yeah, not your goddamn scape doll. That did you no damn good, you useless hunter. Useless hunter with some of the best lore in the game. Along with Heathcliff, the guy who became Olga Flo. That's actually where I based Scope's backstory on. Olga Flo's, actually. My backstory for her is that she fought Falls and got heavily corrupted by his miasma and poisons and got digressed. She basically got Sora'd. For anyone who doesn't understand Kingdom Hearts, every game Sora regresses and loses his abilities. Well, that's basically what happened with Scope due to Dark Falls. And it's basically kind of what happens with Flo. He fights Falls, gets heavily corrupted, gets experimented on, and becomes Olga Flo. Hence the Dark Flow that he has, which is his sword that he wielded that's heavily corrupted with Dark Falls' energy. Some of the best lore in the game. And you know what else? Both Olga Flo and Dark Falls cannot die, as they are... Dark Falls specifically is actually a... He's not a physical being, which is why he needed Red Ring Rico to fight you. What you fought now is his actual physical, his non-physical self. But he still needs a human host in order to combat you. They cannot die, so when PSO Episode 3 came out, they had to fuse Falls and Flo together, and that's what the new character in that game is. It's a fusion of the two. And that's how they, like, stopped it somehow. I don't know exactly what Falls in PSO 2 is compared to the original Falls from this and the other Fallses, but every Falls in every iteration is the same. They require a host. Except in PSO2, from what I've played of it, the host actually is cognizant. But I have not done much of the story, but from what I have seen of it, I have met him. He's an asshole. But there's a badass scene of him coming out of him. And he's actually clearly a good boy. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I have not played a lot of PSO2 story because it's fucking annoying. PSO2 is a great game, but it gets annoying. Too big for my liking. I like the extent of the mini MMO-ishness that Monster Hunter World is, and it's not even an MMO. It's an MMO-less MMO to me, and that's what I would prefer PSO to be. Something more like this. PSO2, rather. Something more like this, where it can be played easily solo, and it's not so heavily focused on fucking raid fights and all these other bullshit to get shit, and that's what turns me off with MMOs. Stuff like Dragon Ball MMO, World of Warcraft, those kind of games, is, one, it's repetitive as fuck, and not in a fun way, because I can play RPGs and grind all damn day. Hell, I have two characters that are nearly max level. I have a character in 180, and then this one. I could play this all day. See, the only problem, though, is I do, too, get bored of this, so I eventually stop playing it, which is why I haven't played this in forever. But PSO is going to make a regular resurgence, along with PSO2 New Genesis. Don't expect me to go too far into it. I might just play with you guys, some of you guys, but I'll have fun with you guys. You and Charlene have waited patiently. Specifically her. I know she's been wanting to play PSO with me. But I need to make PSO a massive comeback for the weekends. Otherwise, then it just kind of drowns out, you know? For a game staple of my channel, you don't want to run it to the ground. Which is why Lobos Jr. and guys like that who solely focus on one game, it gets old and repetitive. Yeah, no, it's all good. Hey, and I'm trying to be able to play with you guys. That's why I started Monster Hunter World on PC. I want to play a bit of this and PSO2 and other things. So, like, I'm definitely waiting. I'm definitely down for some... Zero's also been playing it. Zero's far farther than me. I think he's beaten Iceborne on PC already. But I am down for some Orgy. Oh. That's fine. I'm in no hurry. I'm just letting you know that you wanted to play Monster Hunter. I've been wanting to play too, so I started. I've already beaten Ne Gigante. But take your time on that, man. PC stuff is important, and that shit's expensive. It just sucks that it could back. Yeah, no, my last laptop started to... It started to lose connection to the internet like constantly, and then like there's this loud, obnoxious humming coming from it, and it's just its quality is definitely diminished. It's not a bad laptop. It's for anyone who knows computers could probably, you know, fix it up a bit. But also, I just don't think it's worth going to Best Buy just to be like, hey, here's here's like $200 something, fix something that's not going to be permanent, or you know, a temporary fix that's only gonna last maybe, you know, another year and whatever. I just think it's not worth it. It's better to just usually buy a whole new thing. I have had bad experiences with taking things in to get fixed. I have a PSP that I had to get a screen fixed. The guys at Play and Trade fixed it, but they fucked up something on one of the D-pad buttons. So if I were to play a side-scroller, especially the Iki Tausen fighting games side-scroll... No, it's a beat-em-up. It's a side-scroller beat-em-up. My character just goes left repeatedly. Like, I would have to force my character to move to the right. So they fucked that up. I could have had them fix my DS, which has a pixelated screen issue, but not worth it. It wasn't even that big of a deal. Fun fact, the only console that survived is my GameCube. My original blue, purple, whatever, purplish GameCube is the only one that's actually had survived. I forgot why I turned it in, but I know I had to get it fixed. I think it's laser died or something, and it works still, to my knowledge. I gave it to my friend, but... I technically have 2 GameCubes because I have a modded Wii. So I let all my friends have my games. I let my friend have my games because at the time the mod allows you to burn physical discs. So I burned my GameCube games. This was before I lost all those files, so I had to re-download the ISOs. But I had legitimate ISOs from my own games on my console. It was awesome. The Wii is so easy to soft mod. I'm just surprised I never bricked it, though. Thank God for YouTube videos. I also jailbroken a PS3, but I couldn't get anything to work on it. And I had a second PS3 because I wanted to buy one that plays PS2 games just to see it, and I bought the wrong model. And it's not like it would have mattered. It's not like it would play it better quality anyway. I just wanted to bypass the stupid HDMI converter thing. But whatever. I don't really care. I have a jailbroken Wii. I could easily jailbreak my Wii U or any other console, but I died, so useless! I'm useless. I'm useless, because I did not defeat the least amount of monsters or the most amount of monsters. Even if I did, I think I already have that purple ring, though. Oy vey, my body aches like hell. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, well, it's going on 11, guys. I wasn't planning on streaming too long tonight. I started late anyway. I was planning on streaming from 6 to 10 or so. But I gave you guys 3 hours. I'll be back tomorrow. I need to get some massive sleep. I haven't slept very well at all. I'm gonna go lay down, probably relax, maybe watch some YouTube. I don't know, I may play some Unite for a little bit, who knows, but I definitely need to go to bed, like, before 3 in the morning. So I've been going to bed at, like, 2, 3 in the morning. these past 2 nights. So I'm running on, like, 5 hours between 2 days? No phone in bed. Too late. Let's just admire my awesome scythe. From a show that I don't really care about because I don't like the way its art style is. Not only that, that doesn't really define a show for me, but it can make or break it, though. I'm not a big fan of that, the CGI or whatever, and the art style they use. I don't know, I just don't like American-styled anime. They could make it with actual, like, digital art, not CGI or models. Like, you know, make it 2D, like how normally is. But yeah, I do the same thing with Charlotte. She stays at 2D. I mean, I know the feeling. The past couple days, my body, I was actually physically laying in my bed with my eyes closed. I just kept waking up. Like, I actually never went to bed. I just kept, like, after like 10, 20 minutes of trying to sleep, my body would I'd just get up. And yeah, it probably doesn't help I have this now. But you know what? I needed it because I haven't had sleep. And it's not because of this. It's because of me. I have issues sleeping. Which is mainly why I smoke weed. Main reason. That and my stress. And yes, I could take actual medication for some of this. I really don't want to spend any more money on bullshit. Especially something like pills. And no one's fully diagnosed me with any of this shit. I'm just like, I stress myself out just worrying about dumb shit. Because I'm soft. Like, that's how soft I am. I'm so easily upset, hurt, or just bleh by everything. And a lot of things just stress me out, and work, and people. Some people at work. For anyone who works with me. Yeah. Who can we shove you beautiful bastards off to? Who is a beautiful bastard today? What am I, fucking Philip DeFranco? Good morning, you beautiful bastards! And I can't do it. I'm not Philip DeFranco, I'm sorry. I don't talk about news. I don't talk about PewDiePie 5 times a week. For anyone who watched Philip DeFranco, he's a funny video reviewer guy, or news reviewer guy. He's not a video reviewer, he reviews news. And I love that man. I never thought I would be into a YouTube channel that actually talks about news, but some of the shit that he talks about with other YouTubers, I do kind of like YouTube gossip. I get that from my mom. My mom is like a big, like, she is just overly, like, she is very, very, like, nosy, and I get that from her. So I like to hear all the juicy PewDiePie said the N-word again stuff, or whatever the fuck the news is talking about. At least it's not Keemstar. Ugh, I hate that guy. Anyway. Who can... Let's see. I'm going to refresh this, because I don't know. Half the time, Twitch is never accurate. Let's see. We got a few people who I normally send you guys to. Let's see. We got Spock with Call of Duty. We got Kingslayer. The nose came from the dead. Is that actually a proven genetic? I mean, my dad is nowhere near as nosy. My mom will literally care about another conversation just because she's there, and that's how I am. I'll break into other people's conversations and pay attention to it, just because I'm easily distracted. No, I know. That's why I said, is that literally the genetics? Do you get, like, certain parts like your nose from your father? Or I don't know how that works. I don't know how genetics work. Yep, I have my dad's nose and my mom's hair. I mean, that for a fact. I don't know about my dad's nose, but I know I have my mother's hair. I don't know how my dad's hair was. I don't know if it was curly, because I've only known my father with no hair. Anyway, let's see. We got Kingslayer's playing Summer of '58. Look. Oh, we got Kaido. I haven't seen him in a while. Super Sour Punch with Red Dead Redemption. I do. I have an older picture. Well, not on me, but my dad has older photos of him when he's probably about younger, around my age or a little younger. He's as thin as me, or thinner. And he's got a head full of hair. I mean, I've seen him with hair, just not personally, that I can recall because, you know, I don't remember being that young. I don't remember stuff. That's all good. I apologize about the ad. I'm just doing some, like, family talking before I head out. Do a little chat with you guys. It's been a while. But yeah, like, I don't remember my dad that much when I was younger. Or parents at all when I was younger. Or how they looked. All I know is for the past, like, 20 years, my parents have looked the same. Because we technically don't age badly at all. Like, my parents still look good for well over middle-aged. Like, my parents still look good for their age. I mean, I'm 31. And look at this majestic... No, I'm kidding. I'm not a narcissist. Look at this majestic bust. Just pull up a bust of me. Do people make busts? I want a bust of me. Random question. With the yes. Accurate, every detail. Right down to the nips. Even though busts are usually like right before that. Or right around that area. Yeah, no. Okay, we can go raid. Ooh, I don't even know who can raid. There's a couple people. I guess I'll send you to Kingslayer. It's been a while since I've sent him some love. It's been a while since I've sent anybody some love. I think he's on. Or not. I can never tell with you, Twitch! My page shows other people, but then when I go to the actual raid channel thing, he's not there. So I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's go raid Kaito with Grand Chase. He's a guy I haven't raided in a while, but he is a fellow PSO player I played with in the past. He's an awesome guy. Let's go raid Kaito. Kazi Kaito is, or Kai, as I call him. Like, I haven't seen him in a while. Monty Python, so many fun quotes. Oh, good lord. Oh, is that what that was from? There's definitely be a lot of quotes that are gonna go over my head. And I'm probably gonna answer you with something else. Hey, newbie! Shit, I wish you would have joined earlier. Unfortunately, I haven't had much sleep, so I'm gonna get off for the night. But I'll be back tomorrow. Join me tomorrow at around, probably sometime after I get home, 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock or so. I tried to start at 6 today, but setting this game up took some time. Because there was a bit of a setup. I had to get the add-ons for it that you see on screen. Stuff that tells me drops and shit. I had to get the game running. Ugh. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. I actually, have a command. Go check out, I believe that's it. Yep, go check out Newbiekins. He's an awesome guy. He's a fun streamer. Go check out him. Send him some love. Go check out Blackfire. Go check out Supply. Any streamers that I can shout out, go check them out. Hell, and Grizz, since you were here earlier and probably lurking here and there, you drop some love. He dropped bits already, like a mad lad he is. Go send Grizz some love. Oh, the raid went through.